Does Pat Gelsinger's strategy for Intel make sense? Intel now exists in a world where it no longer dominates chip fabrication. In a previous video, I talked about how Apple is both vertically integrated and pervasively outsourced. It's a unique strategy in personal computers, but it makes sense for Apple. Making their own operating system makes sense, but trying to swim against the tide of Taiwanese contract manufacturers by manufacturing their own hardware no longer makes sense for anyone in the personal computer business or the mobile devices business. Pat Gelsinger is on a mission to return Intel to its unique position as both a first-tier CPU chip designer and a first-tier chip fab, but evolved to fit modern circumstances. This is a huge gamble, but it may be the only gamble worth taking. Let's take a look at how it's supposed to work, especially in light of the alternative, which is to sell off its fabs and become a fabless chip design house, like most of the other chip makers who do not have their own foundries. Gelsinger's argument for his strategy is that he can fill a first-tier chip fab and bring it up to scale making Intel chips by giving his own fabs the certainty of Intel's high-end CPU business. The theory is that Intel fabs will sooner achieve higher yield for cutting-edge processes and be able to outcompete any other contract fab, with the possible exception of TSMC. That's plausible, but as you can tell from the description, it's highly dependent on execution. It's also laudable that it is an engineering-driven strategy for building or rebuilding Intel into a design and fabrication leader in disciplines that are highly demanding. To be sure, Intel will take advantage of every tax break and subsidy they can lay their hands on, but there's no way to financially engineer this result. The money Intel is investing, no matter where it comes from, is showing up on superload trucks moving through Ohio, delivering the latest multi-million-dollar, multi-hundreds of millions of dollars fab equipment to a new multi-billion-dollar fab. It's not going into stock buybacks or moving headquarters around. There's no guarantee of success, but it looks like the senior management at Intel understands the challenge they face. They understand what they have to come back from. It matters more than to just Intel's shareholders. A leading position in semiconductor design and manufacturing is a geopolitical concern. It is part of the soft power of the United States. Screwing that up isn't just a commercial failure. In contrast, it isn't clear if Boeing's management fully understands this in their context.